weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
God! Like 80! Like 54! Like 54! Come on. Right there.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the Colts 41-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on, now.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
They cannot hold.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Colts pick it up, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Colts 28, Titans nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Check it out.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. Look at that.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Block 80. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Strip the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vinatieri now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. An update now from down at Houston. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Ready? 180.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Pass caught left side by Humphries. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw on second and 10. Roethlisberger. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now two fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a break.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jacoby Brissett on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Hey, exit. 54. Look, there's a 54.
On second and 12, Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On fourth down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Brissett. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On third down, Brissett escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12, and he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Coming.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Let's go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They run with Hines. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the 45 on second down. Brissett firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Brissett. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
But that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action with Brissett. Rolling to his right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the red zone now, Brissett. His throw caught right around the 6. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run here with Mack. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
One receiver left is Hilton. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. That's caught at the 3. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
I don't think you got it, son.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Quarter. Why they say?
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Black 20. Take both of them. 54. Get your swerve on. Undercrunch. Sponge. No. Check.
On 3rd down, Henry. That one 28 yards on the ground.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Kill. Watch the safety creep.
A first down carry for Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mike's by 4. They gonna need some therapy after this. Bang. Double. Check. Lucky. Slam. Check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both of them. Pick the edge. Come.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trying...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Kill.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Check.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Check 4. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Check. Fresno. Watch twist.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air.
Here we go.
But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Safe.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Like I said. Mike's 54. Like I said.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. Walker with a grab, left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ready? Like 80. Check. Whirl. 54.
That's not.
Like that. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
All day, just like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Lewis out of the gun. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Pierre Desir in on the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
His throw caught right around the 6, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 33 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Brissett, and they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line.